David Balogh recommending Siam MMA. Got the likes of Jai Herbert over there, don't they?
Well, we've seen David Balogh before.
Yep.
Very, very crisp striking. Great boxing. He's even just to look at him, he's such a good. He looks like a fighter. He's like well built, strong, got that big jaw going on, and we saw him in his last fight. It was a real war, and he looked so composed in that. But he's got to have his hands full with Daniel Deane.
Yeah, This is. I'm not even sure who's holding our welterweight title at the moment, but this should be the one, shouldn't it? It's the regional. Well, this is the regional title, but this should be the title. This should be what's going on right now because these two boys, and no disrespect to whoever's holding the title at the moment, but you have got to be keeping your eye on this because this is the level of MMA in the welterweight division right now, and I believe this is our first welterweight fight of the evening.
Yep.
Wow, that's strange. I usually love welterweight fights.
It's the perfect weight division, Steve. They have enough weight to do the damage, but they don't just get tired and gas and hyperventilate a lot.
Which is always appreciated by everyone.
Yep.
David Balogh, Deane, Siam MMA.
Great corner going on.
Excellent corner, yeah. Very experienced. And I think we'll see an equal corner.
Yeah, we've got Mr. Palmer, former Battle Arena champion. We have John Maguire's brother. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his first name, actually.
Yeah, Mr. Maguire.
Mr. Maguire.
In the corner. Very experienced coach. And then their jiu-jitsu coach is a very good black belt.
And his opponents in the red corner, weighing in 77 kilograms, representing RGA Bucks from England, Deane.
RGA Bucks. That's under Kevin Capel, if I'm correct.
Sounds a bit familiar.
Yep.
Can't quite place it, though. Anyway.
He's also done some training under the legendary Neil McLeod.
Yeah, former, Cage Warriors 135-pound champion, was it?
Yeah, I think Cage Warriors.
Cage
and
Warriors
then
at the very beginning, yeah.
We've had BST on tonight as well. They've brought a lot of fighters over, and they have Danny Batten in the corner, also a former Cage Warriors champion.
Yeah, we still got a few. We got 3 BST fighters coming up, and they're also representing the RGA banner. But RGA Bucks standout Dan Deane, just awarded his blue belt at the beginning of the summer, has been training loads and loads of grappling, but also mixing it up with his striking coach, who you'll see and probably recognize from some Cage Warriors fights, Richard Miller, who's an incredible Thai boxing coach, probably one of the best kept secret in MMA stand-up training. And they're bringing up the rear, of course, Sam Creasy, Sam Samurai Creasy, perennial Cage Warriors contender for the flyweight title.
He's number 2 ranked European featherweight, bantamweight, lightweight.
Yep. Flyweight.
Flyweight. Oh, the only one I didn't say.
All those smaller weight classes just blur together, don't they?
They do a little bit. Is that rude?
Only when you're a light heavyweight. Dan Deane looking very focused as he gets his final instructions. He's just getting some Vas put down. Vaseline. And then we'll see how this goes today.
Dan Deane's last fight, he was fighting for a title. Came out against one of the guys from BST, and it was a real great fight. Very back and forth. He did really well, but we're kind of out-muscled just a little bit. I wonder if he's changed the way he's training. Maybe a bit more strength and conditioning, a little bit more wrestling.
Oh, this is so intense.
Everyone's been talking about this fight.
This is the fight that I've been waiting to see all summer. Gonna have to put collars on these boys to keep them away from each other.
Yeah,
I feel bad for Alan Jackson. He's got to be in there with those two. Dan Deane using lateral movement already right off the bat. They exchanged some kicks.
Yeah,
I don't know if Dan Deane's using that jab.
Oh, lovely. Countered the head kick with a leg kick.
That's why I want to see both these fighters get going. Jabs first. Big power stuff second.
Now Dan's doing well. He's pushing David Balogh back a little bit. Oh, well, with a eye poke. But David was just controlling the middle of the octagon. And it is a little bit because he's slightly more flat-footed than Dan Deane. Dan Deane tends to move a bit faster, but generally a lot of the time there's a big advantage being the one controlling the middle of the cage.
I want to see Dan Deane consolidating that movement a bit. You're seeing the opposite there.
And he's moving to the power side of David Balogh quite a lot. Still moving to the power side. Oh, lovely. But lands
right
a big
hand
right.
lands. Dan Deane in there, head position up against the fence. There's been a lot of that going on right now in Dan Deane's camp.
Yeah.
Looking for positive head position under the chin and the neck.
Well, this is what we saw him struggle with in the last fight, and he's obviously turned that weakness into a strength.
Here I'd like to see him maybe land some knees, stay comfortable in this position. Balogh really has to gain that head position for himself. Some foot stomps there. Deane sucking that, looking to suck that ankle up.
Nice, Dan Deane driving in. That's what we like to see from fighters. That's the point of having these amateur shows. You come in, maybe don't get the result you wanted, but you learn from the experience. Change, adjust your camp, adjust your coaches, and come in better and better. And David Balogh is so strong, but Dan Deane's just putting the pressure on him.
He's really leaning on him here, which can be really tough on your cardio. Dan Deane's got a body lock. Balogh stands in. Some call for some action from Paul Nichols, from Alan Jackson, but
even Dan Deane, he's doing work. He's driving. He's doing a bit of damage. He's throwing knees up the middle. Oh, I'm not sure what
he's
that
on the
landed.
single.
Oh, he's got to watch his neck there.
Overwrap here from Balogh.
The corner of Dan Deane. A little bit worried about the guillotine. They're calling for posture. Get the takedown. He should be okay. As long as he's on top.
Yep. Balogh can squeeze all he wants here, but it's going to be very hard to finish this position with an arm in.
Yeah, it's hard, especially doesn't really have a great guard. A half guard, arm in, it's going to be very hard to finish. That's perfect from Dan Deane. Coming around the side, that's what you want to do. Travel to the opposite side of where your head is.
Balogh's looking to his corner there for some instruction. Deane gets the takedown.
Oh, David Balogh's in an awkward spot. If he lets go, he's in a really bad spot, but if he just keeps holding on, he can't do anything effective.
He's looking for a hammer fist to the body. I don't think they're troubling Deane. Balogh on the bottom here for the first time in this fight. Deane looks to be isolating the arm, maybe looking for a straight arm lock or a Kimura.
Yeah, he looks like he's looking for a finish. It's hard with the cage there, but then maybe losing it to set up a pass.
He just needs
short
to sit
time left.
Yeah, just needs to sit there for a little while.
Cement the round.
Good control from Dan Deane for the first round.
Yeah, I'd say that's one round in the bag for Dan Deane. He got the takedown. Kind of had to a little bit with the Kimura.
Just needs to settle down a bit, you know.
Looking
some good shots. Very good composure, very good composure. Not taking the stool. Dan Deane runs a lot from what I've heard. David Balogh.
Yeah, if you follow Dan Deane on social media, every other post is him running away.
Pretty much running loads. Yep. But I think...
I'm not a fan of running, Steve. Do you like a run?
Not as much as I used to, but this is interesting. Balogh looks a lot less tired than Deane at the moment. And, cardio is one thing, but excitement is a completely different thing.
And we've seen with David Balogh before, he stays strong.
It's a constant thing, isn't it?
Yeah. He definitely has a great gas tank. And, you can do that, like, steady state cardio, that running, and that gives you a cardio base. People talk about cardio base, but you add in that stuff on top of, driving through stuff. My boy Davy Ramos is lost.
Darn it. No flying arm bars there, eh?
Oh, nicely timed leg kick again by David Balogh.
David Balogh now is looking to kind of loosen up.
Oh, almost a palm strike.
Yeah, that left hand snapped his head back. Balogh's arms really out of there. Deane
head kick, nice.
Deane's amazing at fading away with that head kick. Wow. Wow, and he times that very well. Very, very well indeed.
It's a forward roll out of that leg trap. That's very intelligent from David Balogh. He didn't have a huge amount of options, but Dan Deane timed it well to land a big right hand as he got up. Once again, he's back to this pressure position.
Yeah, back in the head position, back in the safe position that they've been working on there at RGA Bucks, making sure that they take control in these positions.
Oh, knee to the groin.
Ooh. Just needs to take a moment, stand up, bounce around, and he can come back out of that in a moment. Won't be too bad for him there, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe Dan Deane's slightly more fatigued of the two fighters. It's very hard to say. So, I'm not sure.
This plays to him.
Yeah, it probably plays to him just a little bit. And he's either really hurt or he's taking his time because he knows it plays to him a little bit. But he's definitely, at the moment, he's landing the bigger shots. He seems to be controlling the wrestling transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Deane has looked so much more shredded than he has before.
Yeah, well, he was at 84 before.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he looks great at this weight. It suits him
Excellent
beautifully.
77, long, rangy, he's snapping things out. David Balogh is just waiting to get back in.
Always taking the full allotted time.
He
Probably
can
quite a
take
bad
5
one.
minutes.
Oh, he's still
so he can
struggling.
take a couple more. He's just going to massage it out, make sure that they're all there.
It's a weird moment when you're stood in front of a giant crowd in Kettering rubbing your balls, but Deane doing it with class and grace.
Yeah, we're just waiting with bated breath to see. We're about halfway through this fight.
You usually get up to UFC do it 5 minutes, so like a 5-minute
I can
round.
see 3 minutes maybe.
So I don't know. I don't know if it adjusts and we give up to 3 minutes and then it's declared a no contest or.
No, it won't be. I got to bounce it out.
Yeah, I think.
Thing is, once it's bruised, it hurts loads anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Every little movement. There
I
you go.
think he's ready to go.
Let's go again. There we go.
Oh.
Yep, I think so.
Shaking him out.
Are they going to restart in the same position, or are they going to restart open? That's the real question. Because they should restart against the cage, I think.
Yeah,
He's in the dominant position before he got hit. Oh, they're going to
it
start
is.
open.
I think it's that thing of it's hard for the referee to know, where was his left hand, where was his right hand. So he has to go back to this neutral position.
I don't know who this favors right now.
Oh, Deane's mad about that.
You've got to switch to that double, I'd say. Switch to double leg.
Yeah, there's doubles right there. His legs are close together. Oh, he switched to it. Oh, just switched to the other leg. Very
Now he's going to suck it up and bring
That's
him
the
out.
side he likes. Oh, almost switched to an ankle pick. Slid down, just a bit sweaty. Oh, he's got to turn in. He's got to turn towards him.
We'll make sure he doesn't connect his hands.
Yeah.
It's a tough position for him to be in. Seems to get his hands connected. He's got his arm on the bicep. Deane's pulling that down. There's the tap.
What a comeback for David Balogh. It's a bit unfair. I mean, the groin strike seemed to initiate the comeback or the recovery.
Just an ill time. Yeah. Just a couple mistakes there in the grapple right there, taking us back. It's hard to be right back into it after a groin strike like that, but David Balogh definitely took advantage of that in every single way, securing the neck and getting the tap early on as soon as he secured it.
We've got to give David Balogh some credit for that comeback. I mean, he was
it's big time.
Definitely lost the first round. Was struggling a little bit in the second. He's got a little bit sweaty. Made it a bit harder for Deane to finish that takedown and snuck out, got the back. Look for that finish quickly.
Just for the fun of it, after this fight, every second now, once we're on the interview actually, I'm going to point the camera at you two and we'll log into Facebook Live. Yep. Say hello to everybody. You're missing all the action. Alright.
An excellent victory for David Balogh in the 77 kilo division. The welterweight title, welterweight title picture has got to open up, and as it has, David Balogh has got to be knocking on the door of a title shot for sure. For sure. If you're going to talk about any titles going up, it's got to be David Balogh in there. Came back under duress and made it happen with the rear naked choke. We're going to go to an interview with him just shortly. Great first round by Deane, and I'm hoping he can build off that and come back in very shortly. There you go.
There's a rematch. Edson won the first one. So Steve, while we wait, I'm going to tell you why Poirier is going to win. If he gets tired, even against Conor McGregor got tired and Conor started coming on strong. Against
What were you
Quinter, he got
watching?
tired and
What were
Quinter
you
came on
watching?
strong. He cuts too much weight. You can only do 2 rounds.
You got the win with a rear naked choke. Is that your signature move, or did you just make the most of the opportunity?
To be honest, I'm really happy to I could show my ground game because it's improved a lot. And now I want to say thank you for my coaches, all Impulse School, Impulse BJJ, Peterborough, everyone who support me and give me hard time on the mat. So yeah, mostly I'm striker, so I like to finish my fights, on stand up.
So you mix it up a bit this time.
Yeah, because it's mixed martial arts, so I need to get used to it. And then, like I said, I'm really happy I could submit him.
Perfect. Well, congratulations again. And now let's hand back to our MC for the next fight of the evening.
Thank you very much.